It's time for another good idea, bad idea. Good idea.
Hello everyone. Today is November 18th, 2023, and today I am unboxing the Super Mario RPG Remake. Now this is a game that originally came out for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and Nintendo finally decided to release it for the Nintendo Switch. So I'm going to be unboxing this, see what changes they have in the box art, and yeah, let's get into it. First off, okay, this is one of the blandest looking box arts I've ever seen. We got the 4 characters in the background, with a blank white background. See? I think they were trying to replicate the artwork of the original game. At least Bowser doesn't look as bad with the Nintendo 64's graphics, but not the best presentation. But let's flip it on the back. When the stars fall, Mario fights on. A giant sword has split the sky, and Mario can't save the day alone. Yes, it's MCU Spider-Man-like, where he has to rely on Peach and Bowser to help him. But that's just how RPGs are. Now let's grab my trusty old knife here and open and try and open it. Hold on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here is one. I think we still have some wrapping on it. Okay, so here is the box without all the wrapping, and let's open this up really quick. Okay, we got a nice background here. It's all the world map and stuff, kind of like Superstar Saga. No manual, and there's the game card. So yeah, I don't know why a lot of games don't have manuals anymore, but there's the unboxing. I heard this is one of the best Mario games of all time. I look forward to playing it. See you guys.
Bad idea.
Okay, what is up everybody? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to Release Day Unboxing for Tuesday, February 11th, 2014. And before everyone says what on earth is going on, you probably hear an incredibly annoying, high-pitched, droning sound going on. That is the fire alarm in my condo facility. And the problem is, the fire alarm in this condo facility has a nasty habit of, during the middle of the winter, especially when it's very cold, of going off as a malfunction. Now this is actually a common problem with older fire detection systems. And of course this building is old and they don't feel like ever replacing it or upgrading it because the condo association is a bunch of cheapskate motherfuckers. So this alarm has gone off no less than 3 times already today. It actually went off once when I was out picking up Final Fantasy XIII Lightning Returns. And I know because as I was driving back from the game store, there were 3 fire trucks outside, which means that they went off. The fire departments were required to come here and check and then turn it off. As I was unpacking, I put in some DLC codes, which we're going to talk about in this video, and I was entering those into Xbox Live and talking to my girlfriend on the phone. It went off again. Now, it took them about another 15 minutes because they had to come out here again from the fire station. Alright, they had to again deactivate the alarm. So, that was about, I'd say, a half an hour ago, and then all of a sudden, it went on again. And at this point, it's absolutely ridiculous because what this means is the fire alarm is broken, but the problem is that my condo association has no on-site superintendent, which I don't even know how that's legal, but they have no on-site superintendent to come here and check out any problems or fix anything. So this alarm could literally be going off for the rest of today, I shit you not. And I have no right or I have no power to do anything about it besides just call the condo association and complain. So I said, I've been waiting over half an hour now for the fire alarm to go off. It has not, probably because, let's be honest, the fire department has better things to do than come back here every 10 minutes because the fire alarm's a piece of shit. So I said, I'm just going to go ahead and film my unboxing video. I apologize, guys. Obviously, it's annoying to you. Imagine living here and having to hear this the entire time today. Alright, really hoping that something happens, that maybe the fire department says fuck this and turns off the fire alarm or something. I don't know what they could possibly do, but obviously there's a problem. Alright, so let's go through the unboxing. Hell, there may even be a chance that the fire alarm gets turned off during the unboxing, who knows. And then we'll talk about how we're going to handle today, because today is a special day in regards to gameplay. All right, so Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13. You might be saying, what the fuck, really? A lot of people are saying that right now. They're like, really? This game exists? You're telling me that this game is a third installment in the Final Fantasy 13 series. That's right. And, you know, it's funny because Final Fantasy 13, I hate to say it, but oh how the mighty have fallen. Once the definitive #1 role-playing game in the world, now has kind of fallen by the wayside because of a lot of the decisions of management of Square Enix. Let's face it. The fact that they keep coming out with these MMOs, right, that are steering the series in a weird direction that really have nothing to do with the mainstream series. The fact that with Final Fantasy 13, they took such a departure from the traditional Final Fantasy model that a lot of people got turned off, right? Now, I played the original Final Fantasy 13 how long ago at this point? You know what I mean? It was, 2009, I believe? And I personally eventually liked the combat system. I thought the combat system was quite interesting and fun once you figured it out. But I thought that the game was far too linear at the beginning. Took way too long to get to an open world part of the game. I thought that the plot was far too convoluted and too overdramatic. And that by the end of the game, most people were left scratching their heads saying, what the fuck did I just play? And, you know, it was funny because, as usual, in Japan it was a huge bestseller. It did all right in the rest of the world, don't get me wrong. But then they came out with a sequel a couple years back called Final Fantasy 13-2. And this one starred Lightning's sister Sarah and this a few other, you know, supporting characters going through time. There was some asshole who was trying to destroy time and destroy everything through some kind of a time warp system. And they went through time, changing it and doing certain things. It was, again, very convoluted, very confusing. And the thing that pissed people off the most is that when you beat the game, there was no ending. Lightning was in the game but never played a real major role. She's in the end of the game, it isn't clear where she went or what she's doing, why she's even in it. Very confusing, very convoluted. At the end of the game, her sister supposedly sacrifices herself and dies to save the world, even though it's never clear what the fuck is going on, alright? And then, it didn't have a definitive ending, it didn't explain anything, and then come to find out later on, if you wanted to spend extra money, you got a DLC that kind of fleshed out a little bit more of the story. So in this regard, a lot of people got incredibly turned off and said, what the fuck? So let me get this straight. First game, we played 20, 30 hours of gameplay, suffered through this very linear game until it finally gets open world and better. Really confusing plot, really annoying characters in a lot of cases, and it's, you know, that game had an ending, a definitive ending, boom, it's over. But then they decided to make a sequel to continue the story. The story's incredibly confusing in the sequel. Again, no one really understands it, knows what's going on. And sure, I'm sure there are people out there who could very logically map out what's going on in these games. The problem is to the layperson, the common person, the story makes no fucking sense, it's too confusing. And this, I think, is why. But the problem is this line of games, Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy games have always had amazing, gripping stories. If you have a story that's so overdramatic and overblown that no one gets it, then you're going to lose your audience. And that's, I think, what happened with this Final Fantasy series, alright? So now, here we are, years later, they said, oh, we're going to continue it again. Like, oh my god, are you fucking serious? Final Fantasy 13, Lightning Returns. It's the third and supposedly final part of this trilogy of Final Fantasy games. We're starring Lightning. Supposedly the story is that the world is now ending. Now we don't know why. I guess we're hopefully going to find out as we play the game. Why is the world ending? What happened? I thought that Sarah saved the world with what she did at the end of Final Fantasy 13-2. I guess not. So the world is ending. Supposedly there's only 13 hours left. And Lightning has to go around the world trying to save people. What that entails, I have no flippin' clue. But everything's being destroyed, monsters are invading, crazy shit's happening, Lightning's running all around the planet, going against crazy opposition, trying to save everyone. So again, a major departure from the previous game, because in this game, even though the last one had a time travel aspect, this one you're only playing one character, Lightning, that's it. The whole game you play Lightning. And what it is if you remember previous games, it was a party of 3 who each had their own unique role, and you could switch between different, say, classes or loadouts. So you could have, okay, in one setting the guy's a tank, but then when the enemy gets staggered, now we go to all-out attack mode. Well, you're only playing one character this time, and this character, Lightning, has different outfits that she finds in the game, and these outfits allow her to basically have those loadouts. So she could be a mage, or she could be a warrior, she could be a dragoon. She got all these different outfits that she finds during the course of the game that give her different abilities. And it has the same kind of stagger bar and the stuff that was in the other games, but there's other new stuff too. Now I got 3 downloadable, hold on, let me grab the codes here. 3 downloadable costumes for the game that were, I'm assuming they were GameStop only pre-order bonuses. Here they are. I got the Cloud Strife costume. So that's right, Cloud, the fan favorite main character from Final Fantasy VII. We've got the Dark Samurai outfit, and we've got the Flower of Battle outfit. Now, I don't know what any of these really mean, okay? I don't know how they're going to really pan out during the course of the game and the game's gameplay. But yeah, it basically said new classes and things to use. Now, apparently from what people are saying, the game is only 30, it has 13 hours of gameplay. And After 13 hours, the time runs out, okay? The game ends, but then the game starts up as New Game Plus. So if you fucked up, you didn't complete the game in 13 hours of gameplay, or maybe you missed something critical your first run through, it'll reset and start back from the beginning. Now, in addition to that, what people are saying is that, well, even though, yeah, technically it's 13 hours and there's a clock that's running down, there are ways in the game to either freeze time or add time. Now, I have no idea what those are. I didn't buy the strategy guide because, get this, the strategy guide was $25. And I said, now, wait a minute. $60 for the game, another $25 for the strategy guide. Do I really see myself spending $85 on a game that's the third in a series that should have ended with the first game? And in a lot of ways, I don't say a lot of negative stuff. Don't get me wrong.
DSP fails at